pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretched the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is it effective? If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jake. So Tower War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupons for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm growing them off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat's on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, but down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to ignite.
Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga.
Better watch how you step in. Yeah. For that with my niggas.
I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me.
For that with my niggas, it'll be an honor.
You know what I'm saying?
Under commanding general, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners, all them pussy niggas talking shit. Yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we U.P.K, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapping together. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complexion. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. But love is getting corrected, and all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
All right. If you can hear me loud and clear, type of 1 in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, type of 1 in the chat. Let's see who all we got up in here. Go ahead and get started. Right. I see you, Shapat, Shell, Black Dazzle, Adolphus Lash, Shapala. Right. If you haven't done so already, Mario Dominguez, if you haven't done so already, make sure y'all like and share the stream. Hit that like button. You understand? Hit that like button, share the stream. We're going to go into tonight something very important. You got a lot of agents, a lot of naysayers, not to watch, but coming up against this truth, speaking, opening their mouth, their Christian tambourine playing mouth to speak against why being a Jew matters. And they seem to misunderstand what this is all about. So this is very important that you share this class tonight, man. We're going to get into it. We're going to bring out the truth. as much as they hate for us to talk about the things of the Bible. We're going to continue to do it. Shalom, Arawadi, I see you. Maria, young man DeCarlo, right? So let's clap it up. All right. Shalom, Israel, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Barakatham to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the sisters. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with no other Israelite group or Christian organization, and we teach the truth according to the Bible. And what is the truth? The truth is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the real Jews. And I know you don't care about it because you don't understand the importance of why that matters. I'm going to help your tambourine playing self why it matters. You get a podcast and you get a couple of followers and you think now your word on things on the heavy matters matter. Nigga, shut up and break down Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. That's your job. Break down who had the best diss song, because that's not the only thing you qualify to talk about. You understand? You open your mouth about things that are heavy matters. You understand? Things that you don't have any understanding about. Niggas get a camera and a couple of lights and a microphone. They buy one of these, brother. All of a sudden, they're an expert. You understand? Every nigga get a camera and a microphone. All of a sudden, he's a subject matter expert on everything. Yeah, you should shut the hell up, man. You should be quiet and shut your mouth and just break down music. That's fine. Break down something that is subjective. A lot of people don't understand. There's a difference between objective and subjective. Subjective is, go ahead, priest. Right? Subjective is it varies per person. Meaning, some of you may like Kendrick Lamar. Some of you may like Drake. That's subjective. There is no right or wrong answer. Then there are things that are objective. The Jews are black. You understand? There is no my truth and your truth when it comes to that. There is the truth. You have a podcast. You should talk about things that are subjective. Things that we can't prove you wrong because it's your opinion. You understand? You are allowed to like Drake or Kendrick, or you're allowed to think neo soul is corny. You're allowed to not like big girls. Whatever the hell is trending on the damn online, you're allowed to do that. You understand? You're allowed to like that. But when it comes to the things that are objective, shut your mouth, because you don't have the answers. You don't have the proof, and you don't know what you're talking about. And you make yourself to be an idiot when you open your mouth about these things. You understand? We're going to go into it tonight. Why does it matter that the Jews are black? Since you since you LGBTQ community members that play tambourines and want to push white Jesus have a problem with us being a Jew. Since you can't understand why that's so significant and why it's important, we're going to go into it tonight. Why that matters. Shalom Barak Wanav. Shalom Pagabawab. We're going to go into it tonight. I'm Precinct Officer 5000 Kazak Ahmad. I got Precinct Officer 500 Shapat Thayak and young man Steve rock and rolling with me tonight. This is I.S.U.P.K. Washington, D.C. And the topic of tonight's class is Hebrew Israelites, bloodline versus religion. Bloodline versus religion. Imagine somebody saying it doesn't matter what your race is. It doesn't matter what your nationality is. It doesn't matter where you come from. Nobody ever says that. If that was the case, they wouldn't have Italian Heritage Day, Irish Heritage, Jewish Heritage. They wouldn't have days and their own parts of cities that keeps a hold of their cultures and traditions, because it matters. It matters, man. But when we find out who our people are, when we find out our bloodline, who we are, all of a sudden you associate it with being a Christian. See, you don't understand. This is not a religion. Being a Hebrew Israelite is not a Christian. Let me help you. If you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and you are watching this right now, you are an Israelite. That term Hebrew Israelite, by the way, is used by white people to try to slander us. It's, even though it's not a slanderous term, it's used by them to try to discredit us. You know, they get real racist when they say Black Hebrew Israelite. You know what saying Black Hebrew Israelite is like saying? Go ahead, Shapat.
White George Washington.
Hey, I can give you a better one. A white European Caucasian. That's what saying a black Hebrew Israelite is like saying a white Caucasian. It's redundant because the Jews are black. The Israelites are black. Shalom, Mathayah. That's right, young man, Davon. Shalom, Adiyana. To say black Israelites or black Hebrew Israelites or black Jews, it's like to say white Caucasian, pale-faced white man, pale-faced Caucasian. It's redundant. The Jews are black. And it matters. You understand? Let's go into the scriptures. If anybody has any questions, type your questions in the chat. Make sure you like and share the stream. You understand? Let's first start at Romans chapter 3, verse 1. Right, Pagabawa, caucus Edomite. It's redundant. You understand? Go ahead, young man Steve, please.
Romans chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Right. The scripture is saying, what advantage then hath the Jew? It's funny because this is the same argument that was being brought up back in the time of Paul. You Christians love to use Paul to lie on God.
Right.
You Christians love to use Paul to try to justify your love for everybody when Christ doesn't love everybody. God doesn't love everybody. Well, this is your beloved Paul. You understand? This is your beloved Paul, Christians, who you don't even follow because you don't even know what Paul was saying. But this is the Apostle Paul, and Paul is saying, what advantage then hath the Jew? Put that in today's terms. How he asked that. He said, what advantage then hath the Jew? How would you say that today? How would you ask that today? What advantage then hath the Jew? Say it again.
Kind of the same.
Go ahead.
What advantage the Jews have over everybody else?
That's true. Make it more plain. It's more plain. The water, Black Dazzle. What is the point? What's the point of being a Jew? That's right, young man, Davon, Black Dazzle. What is the point? DeRoy Perkins said, what makes them better than anybody else? That's kind of what this is saying, but after the fact. You understand? That's why he's asking what advantage, which goes into DeRoy, what you're saying. But the first point is, why does it matter? Is what he's asking. Because people back then wanted to separate themselves from our ideology. When I say ideology, I mean the truth. Because this is not ours. This is Christ. This is the Most High's. But there were people back then that tried to say, what does it matter? The Jews are black. What does it matter? So what? What does it matter? The Jews are black. And so Paul is now saying here, well, what advantage then have the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision? Meaning, what's the point? Why does it matter? You understand who the Jews are? What advantage do they have? Verse 2, keep reading. No, it's too out, Chris. It's too out.
Verse 2, much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
This is what Paul said. He's asking this question. What's the point? What does it matter? You understand? What's the point of being the Jew? And what advantage do they have? Do the Jews have? How do you benefit from being a Jew? And this Paul is answering the question, much every way. It matters every way who the Jews are. And you're so simple because you hate to see us on the street corners. Here's the problem. I don't know if you officers in the UPK understand this, or you sisters that are married to men that are in the UPK. People look at your husbands and people look at you like you are just unintelligent, unemployed, angry, lowbrow niggas that yell at white people, and you get off on just yelling at white people. They see us, and that's what they reduce us to. That's what you diminish the work of the Lord to when you see us on those street corners. Angry, unintelligent baboons that don't have jobs, that beat their women, that don't take care of their kids, that dress funny, and you just reduce us to the lowest thing you could put in your mind. And you do that on purpose because of what you were taught growing up. You can't believe in your mind that the men of God that came to speak God's words could look like us, could dress like us, and talk like us. Everybody type in the chat. Before you came into the school, before you found out about the truth, what did a man of God look like to you? Just give me a quick description. Shalom, Regashia Allah. Shalom, Kelly Usual. Type in the chat. Before you found out about the truth, the Jews being black, you understand? God doesn't love everybody. Before you found out about the truth, give me a description on what a man of God looked like to you. Shapat.
Like if I can answer on the other side of it, Baba Shah. I used to see people all the time always talking about God and talking about they like, you know, like they had the breakdowns, this, that, and the third, and they didn't look like your average pastor in a church. So I would look like you a witch.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We are so brainwashed into believing that what we think a man of God looks like. I'm gonna show you by the comments. I'm gonna show you what our mentality and where it comes from. Black Dazzle said, someone in a suit and tie. That's the main thing. There's Christians still today that there's churches where they institute like a casual Sunday, meaning 3 Sundays out the month, they dress up in suits and ties and real formal. And then 1 Sunday out the month, they have dress down Sundays where they come in with jeans and t-shirts. It's their way of trying to be modern and keep up with the times. And brother, when I tell you, when that first was instituted in a lot of churches, people stopped going to the church because in their mind, a man of God has to have on a suit and tie. And man of God, before anything, has to have on that monkey suit. You understand? The suit and tie. That's the first thing. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, y'all coming in the comments. I see. Young man Davon said money. That's another thing. You understand? Money. If I get me, the fox have dens, the fox have holes, the son of man have nowhere to lay his head. That's another thing. Money. That's really the biggest thing. That and the one more thing. I'm gonna see somebody put it in here. You got the suit and tie, of course, but you got certain Christians now, because time has passed and the Christian church has evolved, and now they have gotten used to pastors not wearing full 5-piece suits anymore. The church isn't as decadent, you understand, in that aspect like it used to be. I remember coming up in church, brother, in the 90s, and you understand, you had to have 5-piece suits. You had the vest, your 5-piece, not 3-piece, 5 pieces. The vest, the handkerchief, the tie, the blazer on top of the vest, and you add some spice to it. You get the hat, you understand, and then you got to pick the loudest color. You understand? Bright candy apple red. You understand? Purple. You walking in it looking like annihilator. You understand? That was the standard. And then as time evolved, as the church evolved, Christians have gotten used to now seeing the Christian pastors dress down and not be as decadent, because people started to complain that the men of God shouldn't be so flaunting of their wealth. So they try to dress down to downplay how much money they're making from stealing, right? Money. You understand? You think because we don't have money, but you think we don't have money. You understand? Because we got more than money in here. We have brotherhood, and that's the best currency. Right. But you see us on the streets, and for some reason you assume that none of us have jobs. Right. I just can't understand it. Just because you choose to go use your Saturday to go pay for whores and get high doesn't mean that we have to choose to use our Saturdays to do that. You have a job and you're not working on Saturday because you're walking by the camp. We also have jobs, and some of us don't have jobs. You understand? Guess what? Every UPK brother does have a job. Every single brother in the UPK has a job. That's what you don't understand. We may not all have slaves, but we all have a job, and you bother us at our job. You understand? Aharon said suit with gators. Trooper Rogashi Allah said a man in the suit in church. A young man Davon said Ben Franklin's. Young man DeCarlo said suit and tie. From Egypt to Israel said Christian. Gaibawa said a bald-headed suit-wearing cheese and fool. Mario Dominguez said like a pastor with the Bible under his arm. Maria said, like these so-called pastors, I really believed pastors were to be respected. DeRoy Perkins said, white professionalism. Shalom from Egypt to Israel. I see you. Ray J said, I said, them niggas look crazy. I understand, Ray J. Arawadi said, an effeminate B-I-T-C-H nigga. I understand. Shalom, young man, Kev. Run said, Caddy. 20 armor bearers. Shalom. World versus 6. Okay, that's young man Joseph. I see you, brother. DeRoy Perkins said, question when you get a chance. Type your question in the chat, DeRoy. I got you. Type it in the chat. Mataya said, no hair on his face. All those are correct. When you think of most of our people, when you think of a man of God, you think of a black man that wears suits, that is clean cut, clean shaven. You understand? And that's a pastor. That's what you think of. You think of the image of a stereotypical pastor because you believe that the Christian church has the truth of God. The problem is the church the church does not produce men of the Lord. The church produces men of Satan, men of perdition, men of sin. So that image that you have of a man of God, when you see us, because we don't fit into that image, because we don't sound the way they sound and we don't lie the way they lie, we tell you the truth, you hate us. You hate us. And because you hate us, you disregard what we're saying when the problem is your hatred for us stopped you from hearing the thing that you should hear, which is the truth. Go ahead, Shapar.
Oh, yeah, baby, forget. I had to rewind the class and remember what I was going to say. I would say, for what you were saying, the precept where it says, thou art rich, you know what I'm saying? When the Lord said, I see thy troubles and tribulations.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And your poverty.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But thou art rich.
Right.
The reason why we're rich is because of our brotherhood, not money.
That's right. That's one thing. Our people, you're going to understand one of these days. Money does not make you rich. Money, like the Bible says, money is a defense. And wisdom is a defense, but wisdom gives life. You understand? Meaning you need wisdom more than anything. Right. And all you have to do is just look at our celebrities. Look at our celebrities, brother, and look at how they're living. Look at their lives. Some of these celebrities I would never trade places with. You understand? I mean, not some, all of them. I wouldn't trade places with any of them, to be honest with you. And I know their lifestyle looks so wanting and desirable when you don't even understand. They envy you. They envy you. They envy being a regular person. They envy not have compromised themselves. You don't know the things that they did to be there. You understand? You don't even understand. You go to sleep with a clean conscience. And that's a valuable thing to go to sleep, especially as a man, brother. Imagine going to sleep as a man and you know, I worked hard. I don't make a lot of money, but I know I didn't bend over to get my money. I didn't get on my knees to make my money. I don't know about you. A straight man, brother, there's a certain peace in knowing I worked for what I got and I ain't have to do none of that to get my money. Why do you think these rappers and celebrities get all these tattoos and they dress the way they dress? Because they're trying to cover up and hide the shame of what they had to do to get to where they are. There's nothing, you shouldn't envy their lifestyle. You shouldn't envy a sinner. That's in the Bible. You understand? DeRoy Perkins said, I like to congregate with you, brethren, trying to see how I can join the UPK. DeRoy Perkins, type in the chat, what city are you in? Type in the chat what city you're in. We'll get you the number for the city that you're in. Right? So now where we at? That precept you got, Shapop. Read that for me, please.
Book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 58. And Jesus said unto him, foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head.
Let me help you understand this. Okay, DeRoy, you in DC. Okay, Shapop, give the number for DC, please. You understand, DeRoy? I expect to see you in here with us come next week. You understand? You right here with us. You understand? Right, tomorrow, if you could do it. I expect to see you immediately, brother. Come get in with your brothers, Zach. Come get in with your brothers. It's time.
Right.
You understand? That's what you should do. Get in with your brothers. Get in all black. Come join this strict tutelage of Christ. You understand? Now, let me tell you something, brother. It's a rough deal. It's a rough deal, and many people are not able to make the cut. Many people are not able to hack it. You understand? Because we're not Christian.
Right.
We're not Christian. We're not starved for members. We're not pressed for members, because in here, the fewer, the better.
Right.
That's a concept that Christians can't understand. That's a concept that carnal people can't understand. You like having, not you. You Christians enjoy seeing mega churches and so many people. You enjoy that. There's a reason why there's only a few special forces in the military. Most people can join the Army. A very few select people can join the Navy SEALs. You understand? They're few, but their few are out-qualified than the entire force of the Army, than the entire force of the Marines. You understand? So last time I checked, numbers don't determine qualification. You understand? And here, brother, we are the few. We are the few, and we are the few because this lifestyle is a hard lifestyle. And here you have to take off all the old things you used to do. You can't come in here and continue to do the things you used to do. You can't come in here and be an emotional, weak man. You can't come in here and you a man that's getting pegged by your woman on the low, but then you talking and speaking against homosexuals in public, but you're a homosexual in secret. Yeah, you can't come in here and be that. You can't be a woman that comes in here in public, shalom, shalom, this is and that, and you saluting sisters, and you ain't got no problem with sharing your man in public, but secretly you hate the fact that a man can have multiple wives, and you talk about it to your other friends that's in the world. You can't be a hypocrite in here, and that's why most people don't join, and it should stay like that. You understand? If you're looking to change your life and become stronger and become a soldier, then this is the home for you. You understand? Go ahead, Shapai.
I got the number, but Christ started out with only 5,000 out of all of Israel. One from like 5,000.
5,000 men.
Down to 12, and at the end, he was nobody.
That's right. At one point, Christ had 5,000 men with him. A lot of Christians, they don't tell you when Christ was feeding everybody that grew up in church are familiar with the story of Christ feeding the 5,000 with the loaves of bread, 2 loaves and 5 fish. They don't tell you that those 5,000 were just the men that Christ had with him. It was more than the 5,000 that he fed. The 5,000 were the men that were working with Christ, were his school, his camp. Brother, at one point, he had 5,000, and then at another point, he had 12, which means, yeah, those people left the school. You understand? Those people left the truth, because this is a lifestyle that most people will not be able to cut. They won't be able to do it, and that's okay. You should ask yourself honestly when you come in here to serve the Lord, do I truly want to serve the Lord, or do I want to make myself feel good while I fake the funk? If you come in here to feel good, don't come in here, because serving the Lord hurts. It hurts to tell the truth. It hurts to sacrifice your time for somebody else. It hurts to give up the things you work hard for the cause of your people. It hurts to do these things. It hurts, but there's a greater reward, you understand, for it as well. So Christ is saying right here, the Son of Man. No, let me get the number first for DeRoy Perkins.
This I.S.U.P.K. Washington D.C. 240.
This is the number for I.S.U.P.K. Washington D.C. Right here where we at. 240 701 4825. That's 240 701 4825. You understand? DeRoy, you call that number, brother. Call that number. Like I said, I expect to see you in here in all black next week. You understand? When I'm back here Tuesday, locked and loaded, ready to go with a Bible, boots on, shined, and just ready to go, because that's how we all came in here. We all came in the same way, and that is us knowing that, okay, this brother is dedicated now to something greater than himself, to serve Christ. Miguel Lopez said, like the Jehovah's Witness is limited to a number. I'm not sure, Miguel, what exactly, I'm not sure about that. I couldn't tell you about that. Read again from the top, please, Shapat.
Okay. Book of Luke chapter 9, verse 28. Verse 58. And Jesus said unto him, foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not where to lay his head.
This is for all you Christians. Let me help you. If you think the measure of success in this life, the measure of a man is how much money he has, how much material wealth he has, you are lost. And here's the sad part. If Christ were here on earth right now, or if you were back in the time when Christ was here on earth, you would hate Christ. You would see Christ on the street speaking, and you would tell that nigga to get a job. You would ask him, why are you dressed funny? Why are you yelling? Why you don't love the Romans? You're racist. You're evil. Why are you out here? You would mock Christ. You would hate Christ. And then you'll find out that he's sleeping at somebody, he don't have a place to lay his head. Oh, forget about it. You wouldn't even respect him. Nigga, you ain't even getting money. How you a man and you ain't got no job? How you a man and you ain't got your own money? Because your measure of what a man is comes from the white man. I don't think you understand that. The people that literally make the money have made your idea of a man be attached to money. It only makes sense. You understand? Just like the people who promoted diamonds, guess who? Who? Just take a wild guess. Who are the people that spend the most money promoting advertising for diamonds? Who? What group of people spend the most money for advertising for buying diamond rings? Every kiss begins with K. He went to Jared. Who spends all that money to promote diamonds? It's not hard. All you gotta do is understand how money works, how the oppressor works. Jewish people, the people who control the diamonds, the people who have the commodity, now make the value, make your value attached to the thing that they control. That's right. The Ishman, Amalek from Egypt to Israel. That's right. We got what Jewish people. Adolphus last white people, yes, specifically the Jewish man. The white man, he has printing presses where they print money, brother, whenever they need money. It makes sense for him to attach the value of our men to money because he controls the money. You know what the white man doesn't control? Character, integrity, honor, masculinity. And that's why a man that has those things, he's hated in this society. Because how dare you attach your value to something that we can't control? How dare you attach your value to something we don't have control over? Here's one thing white people can never take from you, brothers. You can go to your grave knowing that you are a man who is masculine and maintain his integrity. And white people hate that more than anything. They hate when you stand on principle because they know that's the true measure of a man, not how much money you have, not if you have a place to stay, not how many followers you have. It's about who is this person in the dark when nobody's looking, when nobody's watching. Who is this person? And the white man hates Black and Hispanic men with integrity because he can't take that from you. As much as he could try, he can't take it from you. He hates Black and Hispanic men with masculinity. As hard as they trying, brother, they can't take that from us. And they need for us to attach our value to something that they can give and take. And many of you have fallen for the game. You've fallen for it. Your value is attached to money. So what happens if a high value man is a man with money? What happens to tomorrow if tonight the economy collapses? What happens then? There's no more high value men. Is that what you're telling me? If the value of a man is attached to something that is so fickle, that is so what's the word I'm looking for? Fragile. Then what happens when it collapses? You don't even think about that. Your mind can't even process past what's in front of your damn face. Yeah, the economy is going to collapse. The things that you hold dear to are going to fail. And what you know what? Here's the measure of how you're gonna know what a real man is in that day. Man that follows the Lord. You'll know in that day. You hate to see us on the street corners yelling at the white people and talking about the Jews being black. And you hate to see us outside Sunday training. And when you see this place fall, you're gonna be calling us. I need to not be so cocky about it. I gotta stay humble so I can not lose my seat, because I can't wait for the day where we can say, I told you so. Then I say you was gonna be here, opening the door and smile and smirk. It's like, I knew you would be here. And then we said this. You said we were crazy. You said this would never happen. You said this doesn't make sense. And in that day, brother, all you brothers that's in here that sacrificed when it wasn't popular, that laid down all the things that have made us be destroyed, that got rid of it, that pushed it to the side and said, I'm not going to do those things no more. And you came in here to serve Christ. You are going to be the man that the scripture says will be more precious than fine gold. The Bible tells you who a high value man is. He gives it to you. And you don't read the Bible, so you don't care. Shell said, you ever heard of this app, Scoops? They have videos on there. And I came across this video. It was a brother holding the chains of our ancestors and this white man comment said, ask Africans for reparations. He's right. You understand? He's absolutely right. He's halfway right, because Africans aren't the only ones we should ask reparations. The white man, we should be asking. The Arabs, we should be asking. The Asians, the East Indians, everybody has benefited from our slavery. And everybody's going to pay. We're not going to get reparations in the form of what they think. We're going to get reparations in the proper way. The same way our forefathers and mothers paid is how we will be paid back. You understand? The currency that matters. Blood, sweat, tears. That's what I want. There's no dollar amount. It's no dollar amount. That's why I say when people ask for reparations, I always ask them, well, what's the amount? Give me a dollar part. Give me a ballpark amount that you think would clean up what has been done to us. And anybody with that same, you out your effing mind if you think you can throw a number out there. What are you talking about? That's like if your son gets killed by the police, what's the dollar amount? You understand? Your daughter gets killed by the police, or your mother or father gets killed by the police. What's the dollar amount that's going to heal that for you? A sane person would say there is no dollar amount. You know what the same person will want, and this is what they try to erase from us. If the police kills somebody that's close to you, what does a sane person want? Somebody that's not mentally ill and doesn't have Stockholm syndrome. If the police takes somebody you love from you, what does a sane person want? Young man Steve? Justice. And give me an example of what that would look like. In this case, the example.
And on the life of the cop.
Yes. That's right, Black Dazzle. Justice. Young man DeCarlo. Revenge. Young man Kev. Vengeance. Yes. That's what a sane person will want. We can talk about the money after that. You understand? Right now, I want his life. That's what I want. He took my son's life. He took my daughter's life. I want his life. That's real justice. And that desire is biblical. The problem is the Christian church has taught you that thing you feel, that anger, that's wrong, brother. You can't feel that, brother. Oh, no, brother. That's wrong. You got to get that hate out your heart, sister. That hate is going to eat you up from the inside. Nigga, that's a righteous anger. Because if Christ were here on the earth, that would be the judgment. You took a life. The only way to make this right is for you to pay the same way you made us pay. Blood, sweat, and tears. Go ahead, Shaphat. And Christ is going to give it to us. We're not going to do it on our own. We're waiting on Christ to come back to come do it. You understand? Go ahead, Shaphat.
I've seen so many times, an average sane person get their family member unalived by police or somebody. It's a regular person. Mm-hmm. And they be in the courtroom willing to give up, sacrifice even more their own freedom just to get at that person.
Just to get at him.
Just to get at him.
That's righteous anger. When I see those videos, and here's the funny part. Read the comments on those videos. You know what's so shocking? White people, Asians, Arabs, all the heathens read that and say they should let him go. That's justified. They're not slaves. Right. They understand that's what should happen. I read a comment on one where they said they should let the families of people that were murdered get 5 minutes in a room with the murderer. I said, see, they're not slaves. Because that sounds like justice to me. Oh, you murdered somebody that's close to me. Give the family 5 minutes in the room. And whatever the outcome is, just the outcome. See, but you're not allowed to feel like that. You're not allowed to think those things because Christianity. And if you will start to feel that way, now you'll look to do the things that will get us justice, which is to serve Christ. You understand? I see you, Gary. Shalom, brother. You understand? I know the white man is the devil, brother, but you understand? You'll get off that slave and get more time eventually, brother. Be right here with us. You understand? I see you, brother. Right? So where we at? Christ said the Son of Man doesn't have somewhere to lay his head. Do not be wrapped up on the idea that a man's value is attached to money. And if you're a Black, Hispanic, or Native American man, let me free you from this evil, from this witchcraft. You are a man whether or not you have a job or not. You are a man with all the money in your pocket and no money in your pocket. You are a man with a car or without a car. You are a man with a house or without a house. You are a man staying with a woman or not staying with a woman if she's staying with you. Do not let your value be attached to something that can be taken so easy. You know, my pops used to always tell me growing up, and this stuck with me. And it helped give me a proper perspective on money. My pops used to always say, money comes and goes. He used to say it to me all the time. We'd be somewhere, he'd be spending money, and I'd be like, dang, Pops, you going, hey, you that's a lot of money. Man, money come and go. And it gave me a healthy perspective on this is nothing. It's just a small thing. What if I'm beefing with a brother or sister over this? Something that comes and goes. So easy. And those that know, those that make money know exactly what I'm talking about. As soon as you get it, the itch is gone. You understand? Go ahead, Shapop.
Nah, about me, they say the same thing about hoes.
Oh, forget about it. That's why your value, you understand, your value has to be attached to something that is more significant. Shalom, I.S.U.P.K. It has to be attached to something that matters. You understand that it doesn't change regardless of what you have or don't have or where you are. Masculinity, integrity. That's what makes a man. And those type of men are the men that have always been valuable and that will always be valuable. I know it doesn't seem like it right now, brothers. You understand? But you brothers that have masculinity and integrity to do the right thing, even when nobody's looking, you are valuable to the Lord. And not just to the Lord. The time is going to come, brother, with men like that, you're going to see now, these were the men that were always valuable. And because the Lord is going to make this society fall in a way where you're going to need those men. Rich men aren't going to be able to help you. All the men that you push up, that you like to listen to, that you call high value, in the day when this place starts to fall even worse, you're going to realize these niggas are hoes. You understand? These cats are effeminates. They're not equipped. They're not leaders. They don't even care about me. They only care about themselves. And then you're going to have to look to what they call in the music, Brokey, Mr. Brokey. I don't want no scrub. What have you done for me lately? Yeah, see, you're going to understand that there's a day of reckoning coming. You understand? Keep reading. Let's go back to Romans 3:1. Then we're going to get some more to these precepts. You understand? We had to go to that caveat real quick. If y'all haven't done so, make sure you like and share the stream. Make sure you like and share the stream. Let's push this truth. You understand? Any Black, Hispanic, or Native American man out there, if you suffering, I know a lot of brothers, you suffer in silence. You understand? What's up, y'all?
She was wondering if I can have a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Give one, and y'all have a seat, okay? Right? So now you don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to suffer in silence. This place is designed to be against you, and nobody talks about it. You're made to feel like you're crazy and you're a victim for acknowledging the current state of things, for acknowledging how society is stacked against us. You're supposed to just be a man and just take it and just roll it to your man. It's supposed to just make it happen. No, nigga. What are you talking about? That's not what a man is. A man is somebody that speaks out against injustice. A man is somebody that notices something is wrong and it's not right, and he speaks out against it. But this society will make you feel like you're wrong and you're a victim. You brothers, you keep speaking out on the injustices that you see. You keep calling the white man the devil because he hasn't stopped being the devil. If the white man stopped being the devil, we'll stop calling him that. I won't, but I'm just saying, I just said that because it sounded good at the moment. Because he's the devil. You understand? But in the spare chance, let me say this. I will. If the white man will stop being the devil, I will sincerely stop calling him the devil. Sincerely. If y'all can, you Christians and you blacks and Hispanics that love white people, if you can convince white people to stop being the devil, I will stop calling the white man the devil. I'll stop. Now, good luck. The ball's in your court. Go ahead, Shapat.
Hey, the Lord said, can you change what the Lord made quickly? I can't change. Christ called the devil. You know, what he say on Come Night? I mean, Come to Murder. Mama named Clay.
I'm gonna call him Clay. That's right. The Lord called him the devil. I'm gonna call him the devil.
Right.
Shalom, McCall. I see you, mighty man. You understand? The white man's the devil, and you shouldn't be afraid to say that. The Jews are black. You shouldn't be afraid to say that, regardless of who comes up against it, who has a problem with it. Right. So now let's read Romans 3:1. We're gonna go and jump into some more of these scriptures on why does it matter you being a Jew, since everybody is tired of hearing the Jews are black. You talking about, let me try to find this video so y'all can hear it. Let me find please read that, brother.
Romans chapter 3, verse 1. What advantage then hath the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Keep going.
Verse 2. Much every way.
Much every way. Meaning this is why it matters who the Jews are. It matters in every way. You want us to stop talking about the Jews being black when there is a people on the face of the earth that run everything with our identity. Then you want to act like that's a small thing. I don't give a damn who the Jews are, nigga. I don't care about the Jew, who the real Jews are. You halfway homosexual. Of course you don't care. You didn't say nothing in the entire time we were sitting in that whorehouse called the Christian church and praising this. You kept your rod-blowing lips closed when we was in church praying to this lie. But the moment black people start to wake up, now all of a sudden, I don't care about who the Jews are. I don't give a F. Let me find a video. Let me find a video of this cat. He ain't the only one, you understand, but he one of them. Go ahead, young man Steve.
Now, what's so heavy about that is they can't believe that, that the Jews are black, but they want us to believe that rabbits lay eggs.
Give him a hand. Give him a goddamn hand. I guarantee you, this nigga and all the niggas that's saying this, they don't care who the Jews are. Exactly what the young man Steve just said. They don't care about the Jews being black. But then you're going to turn around and lay eggs out for your children to go find and have us believe that rabbits lay eggs. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. You pick and choose what you want to care about. And now that black people are waking up and realizing the Jews are black and it matters, all of a sudden, I don't care about that. I understand. We play this video for y'all. Y'all let me know when you can see it. Share screen. Type in the chat when y'all can see it, please.
A lot of work to do. And what we lost in 40 years, and niggas want to talk about.
Okay. It's homosexual. He talked like a closet homosexual. Tell me if y'all can see this or not. Let me know so I can play it. Okay, the water young man, Kev. All right, so check this out. He just wanted, this cat right here. Y'all may not know him. He's nobody to know, by the way. You understand? I followed him on TikTok for a time because he first got popular on his opinions about the music industry. Like he'd talk about how Cash Money was important to hip hop, like things that's subjective, things that we can go back and forth about. And he had good perspectives. I'm gonna give him credit where the credit is due. I'm not gonna lie and act like it was a reason why I followed him. He started off his platform, brother, by talking about music, talking about how rap started in the South and not in the North. Just opinions that's good to go back and forth with. You know, as black men and Hispanic men, we like these type of conversations. And he had a good conversations about the music and controversial topics and giving people credit in the music industry that didn't get credit. And somehow, some way, after this nigga get a strong following, his following shot up, brother, real fast. Now he got a whole podcast. He didn't have a podcast before. Now he has a podcast, and now all of a sudden he feels he's qualified to talk about things outside of music. I don't know when that happened. I don't know how that happened or why it happened. It should have never happened. This is what this cat said. Right? Okay, the water for all the ones, y'all.
We got a lot of work to do. And what we lost in 40 years, and niggas want to talk about who the real Jews. I don't give a fuck.
I don't really care.
I don't give a fuck about who the real Jews is, nigga. We got a lot of work to do. And what we lost in 40 years, and niggas want to talk about who the real Jews. I don't give a fuck.
I don't really care.
I don't give a fuck about who the real Jews is, nigga. We got
listen to that first. I don't give a F. He sound like a woman. He sound like listen to that first. I don't give a F.
A lot of work to do. And what we lost in 40 years, and niggas want to talk about who the real Jews. I don't give a fuck.
I don't really care.
I don't give a fuck about who the real Jews is, nigga.
Look at this man. Let me not attack the cat personally. Let me attack what he's saying, even though it's easy to attack what he looked like and how his mannerisms. Let me not take the easy route. Let me not do that. You understand? Young man Davon says sweet waters. I ain't never heard that before. Sweet waters is crazy, right? So this cat right here, anybody that's on TikTok or may have seen him on Instagram, he has gained a massive following in a short amount of time. And like I said, he used to talk about Barack Obama. I watched him on TikTok until that video. You sound just like me, sis. I used to follow the nigga. And I seen this video pop. I said, what the hell? Where did this come from? This nigga talk about music. Where the hell did this come from? I had to unfollow the cat. I had to unfollow him because I was like, okay, clearly something is going on where you feel threatened. You've seen something or you heard something and it made you feel threatened to the point where you had to say this when your platform is not even about this. Your platform is mainly about music and the Black community. Here's the problem. Young man Kev said he sound like my mama arguing with my dad. That's right, Adolphus. He ain't gonna be saying that in a minute. You right about that, brother. All that's gonna change very soon. Black Dazzle said he sounds ignorant as hell. Yes, he does. Yaquar says sweet and down low. I'm trying to attack on him for him. Let's attack what he said. Right. Let's go back to that. He said, and you want to talk about who the real Jews are? I don't give a F. You understand? You don't give a F about who the real Jews are because you don't know why it matters. Secondly, you associate being a Jew with a religion. And being a Jew, being an Israelite is not a religion. You Christians make the first mistake when you associate being an Israelite in the same category as being a Christian. Or some of y'all try to lump us in with Hotep. See, you Hotep niggas on the corner yelling at white people saying the real Jews are black. Are you dumb? Hotep is a term that refers to people that believe in Egypt. That's a religion, just like being a Christian. We are Israelites. We don't have a religion. We were never given a religion. Being an Israelite is a bloodline, and I'm going to prove it to you. Go ahead, Shapat.
When I'm breaking it down that it's not a religion, I tend to give them with Israelite the word came from. Jacob's name is changed to Israel, and Ike means son of.
That's right.
Israelite is the sons of Jacob, the sons of Israel. That's not a religion, that's a bloodline.
That's right. We'll get it. So go ahead, Spock. Let me cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm just that's a people. That's not a belief.
That's right. So now get me. World versus 6 said, Adolphus said he got a white girl. I wouldn't doubt it, brother. It would not surprise me. World versus 6 says, like I said, I want to say he ran into a group that checked him because of his last video. I want to say that's what triggered this video. I don't know, though. That could be it. All I know is anybody that follows him, which I used to, he's not the only one, too, by the way. I got 2 other videos that I saved on my phone. I might as well just pull them up, y'all, just so you can see. And I want you to notice the men that are saying this all have the same mannerism, all have the same vibe. I'm gonna show you this right here. I saved one last night, right? Shalom, Akira, I see you, sis. Hold on. Let me take this Bluetooth off. Go ahead, Spot.
Man, I've noticed too, like when he was saying his whole posture, he had like his hand on his chin.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was trying to advertise the shirt he had on.
Yeah.
Or like he wasn't even leaning on his arm. Like,
yeah.
He was like leaning his head down. He just had his fist on his chin.
Just up
for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know who does that? You're not even leaning on your elbow.
Oh man. These cats, hold on. Here go another one.
I was watching the clip from the Grits and Eggs podcast, and I completely agree with it.
Okay, let me show you these cats. I wish I could share it on here, but it's saved on here. So
I was watching the clip from the Grits and Eggs podcast, and I completely agree with it. Instead of actually going out and fighting tangible issues in the community, y'all rather engage in these nonsensical debates, which is just a bunch of pseudo-intellectualism and conspiracy theories. I'd rather argue about shit like, oh my God, we were the real Jews, and come from Africa. We came from, we were the original Native Americans. Nigga, shut up. Sensical bullshit. Most of our kids can't even read them. A small percentage can read above grade level. Comprehension and literacy skills are below 25.
Y'all can't see it on here. He looks like a homosexual as well. And I'm not saying that just because I don't like what he's saying. There's cats that speak against us that don't look like homosexuals. There's cats that speak against us that look like men. These cats right here look like homosexuals. Go ahead.
No, what you don't understand is that being an Israelite solves our problems.
The water.
Because we wouldn't be out killing each other. We wouldn't be out. Our kids would learn how to read. They be reading at a level because men would be spending time with their kids.
Right.
So being an Israelite solves those problems.
Thank you. You said exactly. I want to make a video response, and I probably still might. They don't understand. And once again, this is because they associate this with Egyptology, and they don't understand what this is. So they want to lump us in with the blackity black conscious cats. Really, that's what it is. They lumping us in with them niggas. And so they don't understand that being an Israelite, he talk about our kids can't read. Since when was education of self not important? You should be, as you're teaching your kids how to read, you should be teaching your kids about who they are and their history. When was that ever a bad thing? The Chinese teach their children about Chinese history, the Qing dynasty, the Wang dynasty, the Ming dynasty. They teach their children about their people thousands of years ago because it matters. As they're teaching their kids how to read, they're learning about 1,000 years of Chinese history, of people before them and who they are. And you come from the mighty queen warriors of the Qing dynasty. The Italians talk about how they came, who their people were and what they did and all that. Forget about if you ever been to prison, brother, all the white supremacists, I don't know if y'all know this, brothers that have been locked up might know this. White people, when they get locked up, always turn to Thor and Odin and the Vikings, because white people are trying to find out who they are. And they go back to you'll see them start to grow their hair, they grow their beard, and they'll start to get little braids, little dirty plaits and beards, because that's what the Vikings would have. They would have nasty looking dread or dread braid type things. The white man even understands knowledge of self is important. You understand? So they try to find out where they come from. Yeah, my people were the Vikings, Ragnarok and Thor and all this, and we came here. This is and that. Everybody understands knowledge of self. Knowing who your people are and where they come from matters. But all of a sudden, you niggas get on here online and say you don't care about who's the real Israelites, who's the real Jews. Let me show you the other one. This cat like a homosexual, man. You go on another one.
Can y'all stop with this hotel bullshit?
All right. Hey, y'all, quiet down a little bit, okay? Hey, in the kitchen, quiet down, y'all. All right. Let me see what we got.
Can y'all stop with this hotep bullshit, bro? I'm not talking about ethnicity and nationality, but two, you hotep niggas first Jews, oh, we're the first Israelites. Nigga, I don't want to hear that bullshit. Get that shit away from me.
Nigga, now you notice all three of these niggas is zesty. That's not a coincidence. I didn't just pick these niggas. This is what's on the algorithm. And the cats that's speaking against us, brother, clearly they have a beef with us because it has nothing to do with what we're saying. They have a beef with us, brother, because go ahead, Shapat.
Like that dude right there sound like he could never talk to his woman like that.
Oh no, of course not. If he's into women, you understand? If he's into women. These men that speak against us, most of them you're going to find out they speak against us because there's something in them that they know is off. And they see us, it reminds them about that thing in them, that nastiness in them is off. Right. And most of the time, in these three particular cats' case, it's homosexuality. Instead, again, I'm not going to attack them personally because I don't know them. But I do know how to read the spirit. And I don't know about y'all, but anybody that grew up in the black community, you can hear.
Can y'all stop with this hotep bullshit, bro? I'm out here talking about black people, African Americans, and some of you people came on here not knowing. For one, some of y'all don't know the difference between ethnicity and nationality. But two, you hotep ass niggas had to come in here talking about we're the first Jews, oh, we're the first Israelites. Nigga, I don't want to hear that bullshit. Get that shit away from me.
Yeah, see. Brother, when I seen these videos, I had to save them. I had to save these videos because I said, you know what? The time is going to come, brother, where you have to eat your words. And that's the worst meal to have. When you have to eat your words, brother, that is the worst meal to have because you realize all the things that you said in your arrogance and your ignorance, you were wrong and you were loud and wrong. It's one thing to feel this way and you just feel that way. But you get online and you open your mouth to speak against the men in the UPK that go on the streets and do what you never would have the courage to do. Regardless of how you feel about it, you don't even have the courage to do it. When the last time you ever called the white man a devil? Coward. You understand? Let me tell you something, brothers. You are going to find out that you are the only real men in our community. I hate to say it that way. You are the only real, even the masculine brothers that's not in here, brother, there's a part of them that will compromise. You just got to find out what part of them, what is it that they'll compromise for? For some brothers, it's the woman. For some, it's drugs. For some, it's the white man. For some, it's for money. You understand? And here, brother, you are the only hope. You brothers and sisters in here, but specifically the brothers, because the brothers are the ones that go out to the streets. You are the only hope because brothers outside of here don't know the first thing about being a man. You need courage. And what this seems like is these effeminate men are getting scared. They're scared that Donald Trump is in office and Donald Trump is racist. This is what happens. It's a slave plantation syndrome. Whenever you get a cruel master, what happens with the slaves? What happens with the slaves? You kind of got to understand psychology. Whenever there's a very cruel master, what happens with the slaves? What do the slaves do? Shapat?
They're more standoffish, a little revoltish type.
That's the opposite. Yo, man, Steve.
Start almost like snitching on them, like they're not as subtle, as weak as me,
Right. They turn the water, young man, Kev, from Egypt to Israel. They turn on each other. Yeah. Slaves, they don't get rebellious with the master if they get a cruel master. You would think that's the logical thing to do. You get a master that's cruel and evil, you would think that would make the slaves stand up harder and say, you know what? Nah, we going in that house and we killing this master. No, it's the opposite. They get a cruel master, brother. They become more docile. They become more small and more obedient and more just a slave. They become a better slave with a cruel master. In the meantime, they turn on each other for you not being what they are. They hate you for not bowing. Bow, nigga, bow. What are you doing? Massa. He ain't bowing, Massa. That's what happens when you get a cruel master. It makes the slaves go into panic mode. And Donald Trump, you're going to see this more. You're going to see the line. It's so beautiful. The Lord allowed an evil bastard like Donald Trump to get in office to draw the lines. You're going to see so much more of this panic. You're going to see more black people that got platforms speak out against us because we are the thing that makes the slaves feel threatened. You understand? Go ahead.
So they have to separate themselves.
So what? I was getting right to it. They're trying to draw separation. I'm a good one, Master. I don't like that we the real Jews. That I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. You Hotep niggas. These niggas sound like white people on the camera. I don't want to hear that. You Hotep niggas and this is not. They have to now pledge their allegiance. And that's why you should thank the Lord for conflict, for warfare. Because what war does is it makes the sides more evident. In peacetime, people can be on, you can exist and not have to now establish where you are. When war exists, that's when lines are drawn. And now it's very clear, we thought he was with us. We thought he was like us. He's not like us. He's not with us. He's over there. You've seen it all the time. Harriet Tubman, Nat Turner. When Nat Turner was having slave revolts all in Virginia, it was a fellow slave that told. Because that slave did not. Hey, y'all, quiet down in the kitchen. Quiet down in the kitchen. That slave did not want to be associated with the slaves that was being free out of fear. So he told. He disassociated himself with anything that had to do with those slaves that were being free. It's the same thing right now. You're going to see more and more of these cats that you thought were so woke, that you thought were so attuned and so locked in with the culture. These niggas are slaves. And nothing scares a slave more than a slave trying to be free. You understand? That's scary. What's the show where he was trying to get Roots? Who was the one? Which character was it? When Toby kept trying to get free, and he kept telling Toby, "Stop trying to run away." Not Chicken George. Fiddler. Chicken George was the one who his daddy was a white man. Fiddler. He was the old slave that kept trying to tell Toby, Punta Kinte, like, listen, man, stop trying to run away. Just be a good slave, man. Just quit. They cut your foot off. Just bow down. That's you. You hate to hear the Jews are black because you have been so lost and consumed in this plantation that you can't even imagine a life outside of the plantation. And so instead of being more rebellious with a cruel slave master, which is what a sane person would do, you get somebody over you that's cruel and say, yeah, see, I was able to be a slave. It was bad. We ain't gonna be underneath this nigga no more. We got to do something about this. That was Nat Turner. That was Harriet Tubman. A sane person said, "Oh, it's time. This changes. We got to get from underneath them." A slave would say, "We got to be more obedient. It's our fault. It's our fault. He's cruel." Matter of fact, it's not our fault. It's these niggas over here fault. You making white people angry. That's why he's like that. You niggas on the street corners yelling at white people. Donald Trump gonna come down hard on us. You blame your fellow slaves because you're scared. You're scared. Let me get back to the scriptures. We're worried, right? We could drop Romans 3:1. The scripture says, it profit being a Jew in every way, chiefly every way. It matters. Shalom, kan ya, I see you. Right? Somebody give me Isaiah 1:3. These cats are scared. And that's why you brothers in here, you're valuable. Because you're not scared. Go ahead, young man Steve.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knows his owner, and the ass is master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people don't know, do not consider
the water. This is the think of the analogy. The analogy is given animals. You understand? And animals don't have free will. You understand? Once the animal is domesticated, that animal now has a master. You understand? That animal has a master, and it's giving you right here. An ox knows his owner. You understand? Meaning, an ox knows that that man that has that whip and that yoke that he puts on for him to plow, that's the man he has to listen to. When he says, when he steers for me to go right, I got to go right. When he says go left, I got to go left, because the ox understands this is my master. This person is over me. You understand? When it says the donkey in his crib, you understand? Meaning the donkey knows his home. A donkey, I don't know if y'all know this, donkeys can wander. You can take a donkey out in the wild, and donkeys can find their way back to their home. You can look this up. You understand? I seen a video, I believe it might have been in Mexico, with a donkey walking by itself along the road, and he walked right back to his farm. It was a couple of miles away, and he walked right back to where his home. Animals that are less intelligent than you, animals that would eat their own feces if they were hungry, understand something that you don't understand: who they belong to, who they are. You don't understand that it matters that you're an Israelite. It matters. Knowing you're an Israelite now establishes that you belong firstly to somebody. You belong to the Lord. Go ahead, Shapat.
Like you say right there in the scripture, the ox knows his owner, the ass knows master's crib. Israel don't know my people.
That's right.
Do it not consider. You know,
that's
we
right.
Don't even know we belong to the Lord.
That's right. We don't know it. We don't even care to understand it. You understand? We don't care to understand it when it matters. The Lord has given us these scriptures because they matter. He's saying this because you have an owner, black people, and the white man is not your owner. You have a home, black people, and America is not your home. Knowing you're a Jew, knowing you're an Israelite is what fixes us. You know what? Let me tell these three brothers I showed the videos. They don't understand. If I didn't know I was an Israelite, I would have done harm to men like this in the world. Just because they seem gay to me. I'm telling you straight up. Our water in here, he'll tell you. You understand? You can't need feminine men be around us. Get from around us. You understand? That's what we would have done. We would have harmed niggas like that in the world if we didn't know we were Jews. Me knowing we're a Jew, that the Jews are black, I now have to look at you and say, this is a brother that even though his lifestyle is wrong and what he believes is idiotic, I can't do that to that brother. I am not allowed to do what I would normally do to cats like this because I'm bound to something that's greater than me. Go ahead, Shapat.
If I made the comment that Officer Observances said, he said that brother sound like y'all could have bought him a bottle at Sam's. Remember that pastor?
I remember him.
And he sounded really feminine. He spent like his whole sermon mad because they didn't buy him a bottle that he had for a year.
That's right. I remember watching that video. Me and everybody cracked up on that. Y'all could have got it. You could have went to Sam's Club. Shut up. Be quiet. You understand? Let me not get on them. I'm gonna do a class on you LGBTQ members because you have too much of a voice in our community.
Right.
A lot of these brothers that you see speaking LGBTQ men, and I don't know how the life of me that their voice gets elevated above real men. You know, it cracks me up how many lost brothers followed Kevin Samuels. Clearly, that was an LGBTQ man. Kevin Samuels was okay, let's just say we don't know for sure if he was gay or not. He was effeminate, brother, and that's enough for me. He was an effeminate man, and somehow he's saying what the brothers in the UPK have been saying for years, and somehow his voice got elevated amongst real men. I don't know how this keeps happening, but y'all keep elevating these LGBTQ men above straight men. You understand? A gay man can tell a black woman the same thing a straight man will say, and she'll hear the gay man. She won't hear the straight man. That time is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. You're going to have to listen to these masculine, straight, righteous men in here. And that gay man is going to have to fall in line, and he's going to have to put away that nonsense. Let the weak say I am strong. Go ahead, Shapat.
Like if I made an LGBTQ man before the internet, had a very hard time living out here in the world. And because of the internet, even the lanes, I'm talking about the straight, couldn't get a girl at any time, any place. You know, they can make themselves heroes and be seen in a different way on the internet.
Right.
Whereas before the internet, you had to be a real stand-up guy to get a woman or have, you know, women want you like that.
Halfway stand up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was still gay men getting women, but I get what you're saying. You understand? Like in person, you got to have a certain presence about you, at least to get women to like you. When online, now you don't need it. All you need is followers. Women chasing clout, chasing what they believe to be fame. Kanye said, knowing that we are Israelites and repenting. That's right, brother. That's right. So where we at? I asked for something. Genesis. Give me Genesis 25. No. Start me at Genesis 17.
Genesis 17,
Mm-hmm.
verse 1.
Give me verse. Start at verse 1.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
Right. Spock, you plug this up, Officer Shaw?
Okay.
Right. So now this is the Lord speaking to Abram. You understand? Abram was who Abraham was before his name was changed. Right. So the Lord is saying to Abram, you understand, walk before me and be perfect. He's giving Abraham the truth. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And I will make my covenant between me and thee, and will multiply thee exceedingly.
Right. Here's the irony, and this cat saying he don't care who the real Jews are. You know what that war in the Middle East is being fought over? Hold on 1 second. Here's the kicker. While he says he doesn't care who the real Jews are, that war in the Middle East, that entire war, all the conflict in the Middle East is fought over one thing. Go ahead, Shapat.
The land that belongs to the Jews. Basically the rights of who the Jews are.
That's it. You understand? The war that's being fought in the Middle East that has been fought for thousands of years. You're going to look this up, brother. The Crusades, all the way back in the Dark Ages, fighting over who would get Jerusalem, who would have control over Jerusalem. These niggas is just not educated, brother. My mind is going to so many different places, and I'm trying to stay on topic, but you got to be very ignorant to think this doesn't matter. This is directly intertwined with world history. An entire section of the world has been in conflict over this one thing right here. Who are God's chosen people? The Muslims believe, because they come from Ishmael, and Ishmael was the son of Abraham, that they are God's chosen people, and they are entitled to the land and wealth that comes with being God's chosen people. The Jewish man, the white man who believes him to be the real Jew, he believes that he is the descendants of Jacob. Jacob, the son of Isaac, the son of Abraham. And they believe that land belongs to them. Brother, this, who the Jews are, is the basis of all the fighting in the world. And you want to get on here, and because black people are now claiming to be Jews, you want to act like now it's irrelevant. It's conspiracy theory. It doesn't matter. You dumb, you idiot. It's so stupid. This is directly intertwined with world history for 2,000 years. And you want to act like somehow we knew on the scene and we some dummies and we caught up in fairy tale esoteric nonsense. You're an idiot. They are killing right now. Shalom, Lisa John. Killing Palestinian children, Israeli children, Arabs, Muslims, Christians, brother. There's fighting in the Middle East off of the premise of who are God's chosen people. Don't tell me it doesn't matter. Don't tell me it's irrelevant when it does matter. And because then the Muslims and the Arabs are not slaves like you, the Jewish man is not a slave like you, they understand the importance of who the real Jew is. Who are God's chosen people? Right here in verse 2, the Lord is telling Abraham, I will make a covenant between me and thee and will multiply thee exceedingly. We're reading about the start of the basis of what they call the Abrahamic religions. Type in the chat, what are the 3 Abrahamic religions? You understand? What are the 3 Abrahamic religions? You got to understand this to understand, once again, context and geopolitics and world history for nearly 2,000 years. What are the 3 Abrahamic religions? It shouldn't be hard because they're the 3 largest religions. Well, not all of them. 2 of them are the largest religions on earth. Nobody know? Type in the chat. The 3 Abrahamic religions. I might have to give it to you for time's sake. From Egypt to Israel, Christianity, Islam, Judaism. That's correct. Akira said Christianity, Catholicism, and Islam. You're almost correct. Catholicism and Christianity will fall under the same banner in this case. It would be Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. They call these religions the Abrahamic religions because all 3 of these religions have their basis off of the patriarch Abraham. All 3 religions have their basis off of the belief that these people come from Abraham and the promise was given to them. Islam, Judaism, Christianity. Pretty much the largest, most important religions on earth directly tie their importance and existence to the Bible, to the patriarch, right? So the Lord said he'll make his covenant with Abraham. Give me the verse 4.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 4. As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Verse 5. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations I have made thee.
So now the Lord is changing Abraham's name, his name from Abram to Abraham, which means the father of many nations. Because Abraham, from him is where you get majority of the nations today. Arabs come from Abraham. White people come from Abraham. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans come from Abraham. Asians, no, not Asians. They come from Lot. You understand? But there are many nations that come from Abraham. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 6.
Now you go to verse 7.
Verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee.
Hold on. Kelly said Islam is the only truth. All people are welcome, Mr. Colt. If Islam is the only truth, how come you're watching Israelites?
Right.
Your prophet Muhammad was the same way. He didn't have the answers, and he had to watch Israelites too. Muhammad didn't have the answers, sweetheart. Muhammad was an illiterate child molester, Kelly. I hate to break it to you, baby girl. And Muhammad did exactly what you're doing. Watching us, right. Watching the Jews to try to learn something to take back to steal. Muhammad didn't have the answers. He still doesn't have the answers. Islam is garbage. And if Islam had the truth, you'd be somewhere on the rug praying. That's where you would be if Islam was the truth. but you're not on a rug praying. You're in here listening to the Jews. I don't know. I think, Kelly, you just told me who you know has the truth. Go ahead, Shapat.
Lucky about me. Two things. That carpet that she would be praying on before Muhammad came back with bloodshed to spread one God, that carpet was a God to them.
Yeah.
And then if I could, if she go ahead and type in Israel is favored by God in the Quran, it's all over the Quran.
Forget about it. Kelly, answer this for me. You understand? After this, go in the kitchen and make something to eat, because that's what Islam teaches before you get beat by your husband.
Right.
You understand? If you got a husband, you better get in the kitchen, because the Muslims believe in beating abroad.
Yeah.
It's in the Quran. They can beat abroad in the Quran.
Right.
You better be glad I found this and not that. You understand? You better be glad I found this and not that. Kelly, answer this for me. If Islam is the truth, why in the Quran does the Quran say that the children of Israel are God's favorite people?
Right.
That's what your book says. It doesn't say in the Bible that the Arabs, that Muslims are God's favorite. Guess what it says in the Bible? Yeah, that the Israelites are God's favorite.
Right.
And it just so happens to say in your book that the Israelites are God's favorite. I don't know, Kelly. I don't know. You understand? You can take it for what it is, or you could keep believing the lie that Islam is the only truth. Islam is not the truth. You understand? Go ahead, Shapat.
No, if I could, one more time, Salah.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the truth, then why the Muslims fighting the crusade for Jerusalem when Mecca is supposed to be the Holy Land?
The water.
They fought all these bloody wars for Jerusalem.
That's right. Give him a hand. Going right into what I was just what we going into. Yeah, see, even Muslims understand where the real Holy Land is.
Right.
Muslims wasn't fighting for Mecca. They weren't fighting for Medina. You know what Muslims always wanted control over? Jerusalem. Now ask yourself this. If Mecca and Medina are the two holy cities in Islam, why the hell for 1,000 years were Muslims fighting for control of the city of the Jews, for Jerusalem, still to this day? Why are you still fighting for control of the city of the Jews? Jerusalem is our holy city. Mecca and Medina are your holy cities. So why are you so concerned with Jerusalem? Why are you sending your sons and husbands to die for a city that is not considered holy, like your cities, Mecca and Medina? I'll tell you why. It's because Islam is not the truth.
Right.
Muslims know that the chosen people are the Jews, and whatever the Jews are attached to is the thing that's important. Jerusalem is mother of us all. That's what the Bible says.
Right.
Mecca and Medina are garbage. They're trash. You understand? They are nasty cities full of homosexuality, full of child molestation, full of idol worship. You understand? And you want Jerusalem because Jerusalem has a long-standing history of being the great city where these Jews dwelt and were civilized above all people. And just like today, wherever black people are is where it's the place to be.
Right.
Now, there's a video, brother. There was some white people on a cruise ship. I forgot what cruise it was. It might have been Royal or something like that. And white people on one cruise ship, and here come the Carnival cruise ship riding by. And you know what made the Carnival cruise ship important? We were on it. The music playing, our music playing loud. Right. Black people on the deck partying. And all the white people on this cruise looking at the ship that we on. Right. Wherever we are is the part that's relevant. Whatever is attached to us is what's important. It's what's relevant. Right. And it's always been that way. You fight for Jerusalem and not Mecca and Medina because Jerusalem is attached to us. Right. It's what really matters. You understand? Or what he said, all types of foreign stains on those hideous carpets. That's right. All types of stains of iniquity. Go ahead, Lisa John. Type your question in the chat, sis. Right. So now, verse 7 again, please.
Genesis chapter 17, verse 7. And I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thee seed after thee.
So now this is the basis of the Abrahamic religions. You understand? We're going to go to verse 8 where you get the whole fight over the land comes from. The God of the Bible is saying that Abraham is with him, with this man who he had made his covenant with. A covenant is an agreement, a contract. And the Lord made this contract with Abraham that I will make you the father of many nations. And then I will make a covenant with you and your offspring, so that your offspring will be the rulers of the earth and the Holy Land. So now, let's keep reading. Here's the basis of the land fight, the grab. Verse 8.
Verse 8. And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan, for an everlasting possession, and I will be their God.
That's right. This is now the land. Shalom. Ois out in New York City. Shalom, sis. What's that? Shathara. I see Shathara Banath. Shalom, sis. I see you. This is the scripture now where the land grab comes into place, because the Bible says that Abraham's descendants would be given the land. The people, the children of Abraham that are given the covenant are the people that the land would be given to, meaning whoever is given the covenant out of Abraham's children is who the land rightfully belongs to. Muslims believe that it belongs to Ishmael because Ishmael was the firstborn son of Abraham. Precept that proved that Ishmael is not the son of the covenant. Go ahead, Shapat.
It's in this chapter where it says Isaac is thy seed and the only seed.
Yes. Yep. The first, let's get Romans 9:7. This is for the Christians. Let's start to the New Testament first for the Christians. So they think this doesn't matter. Start the New Testament, then we're going to work our way backwards to the Old Testament.
Romans 9.
Yep, and 7.
Romans 9, verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
Stop right there. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. This is important because we just read that Abraham's descendants would be given the covenant. And here in the New Testament, Paul is having to clarify, because it was the same issue going on back then. You had Arabs that believed, what children of Abraham? You had white people that believe we're children of Abraham. We're called, we're chosen. Yeah, see, no. Abraham had to specify. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children, meaning are they all the people that are called out of Abraham's children. Keep reading.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. You understand? This is what the Bible is trying to help you understand. The lineage is not Abraham, Ishmael, and whoever else is after. The lineage is not Abraham, Isaac, and Esau. The lineage is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You can find that all throughout the Bible, that phrase, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It matters. Being a Jew matters. It's not a religion. It's a family bloodline. Since when does not knowing your family matter, nigga? You understand? Ancestry.com and 23andMe and DNA.com are billion-dollar industries because everybody's trying to find out who they are and where they come from. Nigga, it matters. You know how simple you got to be to say something so stupid like that? Everybody knows it matters. Being an Israelite, being a Jew is a bloodline. It's a family tree. Since when does knowing your family tree be irrelevant? These are same cats. I can't say I promise you. These are same cats, brother, that I'm willing to put money on that want to attach themselves to Africans. That go and get DNA tests because they understand that who you are matters. Where you come from matters. You think that being an Israelite is a religion or some type of esoteric knowledge, whatever that means. This is not no spooky. This is not spooky, dark magic knowledge. This is the book of a family. That's it. It's family records. You understand? It's family records. You have made the book out to be associated with all these religions when the Bible speaks against all the religions. The Bible speaks against Christianity. The Bible speaks against Islam. It speaks against Judaism. It speaks against Roman Catholicism. Being a Jew has nothing to do with religion. Being a Hebrew Israelite is the same thing as somebody saying, I'm Chinese. I'm a Jew. You understand? It's a bloodline. It has nothing to do with belief. Whether you believe or you don't believe, if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you're an Israelite. You're a Jew. You understand? Give me Romans. Where were we at? What 3 and 7? The one where I read earlier, the first scripture about chiefly all things. What profited to be a Jew? Was that Romans 2 and 7 or 1 and 7? 3 and 1. Give me Romans 3 and 3. Go ahead, Shapak.
So, you know, in my time in the truth, I come to find out most people who associate themselves with Africans, wanting to be African, and Pan-Africanism, you know, with Dr. York and all them, they usually either they got like a pedophilia type spirit or a SA type of spirit. They want it especially from women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't be surprised. Now, you'll know if a priest has been amongst you by his prophecy. You think these niggas is the first niggas to speak out on what we do? There have been men more famous and greater than these three niggas, nobodies. And they were brought down by the Lord. The biggest one I can think of was Brother Polite. I don't know if some people remember how big he was because he's nobody now. And he's in prison for molesting children. Brother Polite, aka inmate number 3341678, Michael Noak. You understand? In the federal correction facility, Brother Polite, was famous. When I say famous, I'm not talking about just internet famous. Brother Polite was hanging with celebrities, Busta Rhymes, Floyd Mayweather. Like you would see, he was like a spiritual guru advisor for celebrities. That's the status he got. He rose to. And Brother Polite spoke out against being an Israelite. Brother Polite spoke out about the Jews being black. And where's he now? Where is he? In prison. Irrelevant. Yeah, you're not the first enemies of the truth. And you mark my words. Anybody that gains a large following from speaking against the God of the Bible and his people are going to be made an example of. Mark my words. Anybody that gets a large following and attention from speaking out against the truth, speaking out against the Jews being black, speaking out against what we're doing in the UPK, you are going to be made an example out of. Just like Polite was. This cat, Deontay, the first one, you understand, he's gained a massive following. And he's having people now turn that would come to believe who they are now turn against it. You think the Lord takes that lightly? That you turn people away from finding out they're God's people? The Lord's going to make an example out of this cat, and we're going to be witness to it, just like everybody else before him. Go ahead, Shapak.
If I made one, I've really been, vexing to him. What's his name? TITHES, the one who actually left the school and took a lot of the people who were in the school with him.
That's right.
Because he had his own profane ways. And all of these Israelite camps, besides the UPK, come from him. Right.
That's right.
And he was in prison. He died in prison. He died in prison for tax evasion.
Right.
What he had COVID.
COVID, yep.
And he was known for charging double tithe.
Right.
In his congregation and all that.
That's right. You understand? The Lord made an example out of him. The Lord, like Commander YAHANNA said last night, the Lord put him to death. He died as an inmate in prison from a sickness that we all got and survived.
Right.
We was in here, brother. We got it. I got it twice. Yeah. The first time I thought I was gonna die, and I didn't. Yeah, I called my camp leader. My camp leader had a brother bring to me some herbs. You understand? Some herbs, brother, called what's it called? Palagash powder. You understand? I forgot what it's called, brother. It's herbs, grounded up herbs. That's powder. That's real spicy, brother. And you put it in tea, and brother, it'll have you up and running for the next 2 hours. It's gonna come back, and you gotta get some more. You understand? Yeah, we didn't die in here.
Right.
We didn't die in here, and we didn't go to prison either for tax evasion. Somebody hold Genesis 21. Hold Genesis 21 and 12. Please read what you got, young man Stephen. Lisa John asked a question about how many new moons in the Israelite culture. I'm gonna answer your question after these two scriptures, Lisa John, and then we're gonna get up out of here for time's sake.
Romans chapter 3, verse 7. For if the truth of God hath more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner?
Start right there. That's not the one. Get me much in every way. Romans 3.
3 and 1.
3 and 3. Yeah, that's what I said. 3 and 3. Romans 3 and 3.
Romans chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe?
I love this scripture. For what if some did not believe? I don't give a fuck. You sound like a never mind. For what some didn't believe. You don't believe, you think this is nonsense. Well, Paul said this. Okay, let's just say some don't believe. Go ahead.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? Keep reading.
God forbid.
AKA, hell no. God forbid, as old English would say, absolutely not. Hell no. You understand? Keep reading.
Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar. As it is written.
As it is written, meaning, let God be true through what is written in this Bible. You don't care that the Jews are black. The Bible says the Jews are black. That's God's words.
Right.
Your unbelief does not change that. Your lack of care or lack of knowledge on the subject doesn't change the truth, dum-dum. You should get rid of that camera and microphone because it's going to your head. You gained a little following and now you think you're somebody and you know things. You don't. You understand? You got the one I asked for. Genesis 21 and 12. And then, young man Steve, get Isaiah 1 and 14, please.
3 and 12 or 21?
21 and 12. Kanye said, I got into a fight around Southeast DC with a Kemet Egyptology dude that defended Brother Polite because I defended the Holy Bible. Yeah, there's no need to be getting a fight over that, but I understand. You understand? You can fight them in a much better way. You understand? In here, we get into fights every Saturday or Fridays, depending on what city you want. We get into righteous, holy battles, and we win all of them. You understand? We're not Tank Davis in here. We ain't taking no knee. You understand? We win because the Lord is with us, and the Lord will always win. Genesis 21. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Genesis 21 and 12 first. Let's get that one.
Book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 12. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the land.
Stop right there. Kanye said he punched me first. Well, Kanye, you are in your full God-given right to defend yourself. And every time you should defend yourself. You understand? That's different. I wouldn't even I got into a fight. I would word that different, brother. I had to defend myself. I had to defend myself from a Kemet, emotional Egyptology, sodomite gang. You understand? That's what, you defended yourself, brother. That's what and you're well within your right to defend yourself. Every brother and sister should. Teach your children to defend themselves. Stop raising victims. You let white people do whatever. White kids is at the school doing whatever they want to your children because you teaching them to pray for them and love them. Kill them with kindness. Nigga, teach your children how to make a proper fist. Teach your children bob and weave. You understand? Teach your children 1, 2, 1, 2. Teach your children to defend themselves. Stop raising victims. Go ahead, Shapat.
Like I made it say on that commercial. Now, I.S.U.P.K, we are trained professionals.
That's right.
You should not try this at home. You should get in school where you won't be in that type of danger.
You was going right to where I was going next. Of what I was going to read with this new moon scripture. Kanye, that's the problem. You understand? Kanye, that's the problem. You're trying to do something that trained professionals are only meant to do. And I understand your zeal. You understand that zeal is beautiful. It's glorious. But you got to put some wisdom and knowledge with that zeal. And that wisdom and knowledge is found in the home of the truth, Kanye.
Right.
It's found in the UPK. Stop going on the streets trying to go in rogue. You going rogue, Kanye. You can't be rogue. You can't be a rogue Israelite. You have to come in here, the home of the trained professionals. You understand? And come learn. It seemed like you agree with everything that we're saying. It seemed like you know this is the place of the truth. You might as well come in here, man. Come in here. Don't be out there trying to battle and all that on your own. It's a dangerous job if you're not a trained professional. Men have lost their lives over this. No joke. Right. Brothers have been shot, killed over trying to do what we're doing now. You understand? Coming to the home of the truth in the UPK and get trained on how to do this. People think they see us on the streets, and this for the life of me, people just think that we just go out there. They don't understand. There's a whole training to this process. We train every Sunday. That's what Hebrew Academy is. Hebrew Academy is literally training on how to operate in here at a high level as priests. He said he bothered me first because of my fringes. I understand. He is able to do that because you're without a body. That's why. Kanye, I want you to understand, brothers in here don't get punched first. You understand? And nothing happens. You have to be with a body, and you going rogue and being a lone Israelite is not the way. That doesn't happen to us in here, and they don't get answered. You understand? That should have been answered. It should have been answered with a statement so everybody should know. When you see somebody that's wearing them fringes, like them UPK brothers, don't touch them. Don't mess with them. You understand? Well, that's the thing. You understand? I'm going to assume they're not. You understand? Because he's not in here. You understand? Come in here and learn the proper way to wear fringes, learn the proper way to teach, learn the proper way to be a brother. You understand? Who's not to say that you would? Who's not to say, for whatever reason? Come in here, man. Come in here, or it's going to happen more. You're going to get punched again. You're going to get punched, shot, stabbed, jumped, robbed if you're not in the home of the truth. You understand? This is not a job somebody just can wake up and say, I'm going to go stand on the street corners and speak. I'm going to teach the word of God. You can't wake up and become a plumber. You got to go to trade school and study under a master plumber. You can't wake up and go messing with the electric lines because your power out. Nobody thinks in their mind when the power go out, let me go out. Let me put my hat on and see what's going on with this. Transfuse. Nobody does that. You call a professional. And if you want to learn how to do it, you go and learn from a professional. It's the same with the Bible. Everybody thinks they can grab the Bible. Let me go out here and teach the word of God. You're going to get electrocuted. You understand? You're going to get shocked. You can't do that. You got to come learn from the men that are skilled in the trade. What we got? Shapat, what you had?
Book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 12. And God said, God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the land and because of thy bond and all that Sarah have said unto thee. Hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall be thy seed be. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Hold on, stop right there. Eliam Naquam, he said he would got jumped if you was with me. I don't give a F. Eliam, who would have got jumped? Just clarify for me. I don't want to misconstrue what you're trying to say. Who would have got jumped if they was with you? And what do you mean? I'm confused. I just need some clarification on that. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say. And I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt until you clarify, so I know for sure. Right? What we're reading about is Abraham was upset that the Lord told Abraham to kick out his son Ishmael and his son's mother, the Egyptian woman Hagar. Abraham was grievous because just like any man, this is your firstborn son. You understand? This is your child. What do you mean kick him out? It was hard for it was a rough thing for Abraham to do. And the Lord had to send an angel to comfort Abraham and tell him this. What did he say again? Abraham was grievous. Oh, Eliam said the Kemet brother. I got you. He would have got jumped if he was with me. I got you. You saying if you was with the brother in the chat, y'all would have jumped the Kemet brother. I got you. I got you. Understand? That's I admire the brotherhood, but he would have shot y'all. You understand? That's what would have happened. He would have shot y'all. You understand? Yeah, you in Southeast. You understand? That's what would have happened. No, I don't know what would have happened. I just know when you're not in here, that's a real possibility. You know what I'm saying? When you're not in here, things are going to happen. You understand? Things are going to happen that shouldn't happen if you're with the body of Christ. You understand? I'm not saying that violence doesn't happen to the body of Christ, because it's all throughout history that's the case. But being a rogue Israelite, man, it's not the answer. Being in an Israelite group outside of the UPK is not the answer. Y'all seen what happened with the Sakari and the Guerrilla Hebrew and Ariala and all them other cats. Everything outside of here is going to fall, man. It's going to fall. And you're going to have to come back home. Don't do it when it's too late. Don't do it when it's popular and trendy. Come in here now. Because just like anything, you catch something too late. You know, you compromising on somewhere. Read what you got, Shapat, and we're gonna read the scripture about the new moons and get up out of here.
Book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 12. You want 12, right?
Yes, please.
And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the land and because of thy bondwoman. And all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For Isaac shall thy seed be called. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Keep reading.
And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed.
Right. Right here. This is the clarity on who the lineage belongs to. Right here, Abraham had two sons. Ishmael was born first. And traditionally in our culture, the firstborn son is the one who gets the promise, the birthright. And that's why Muslims believe that Ishmael was chosen, because of the Bible already establishing that the firstborn gets the birthright and gets all the promises that comes from the father. This wasn't the case because the Lord specified that the child that he is going to choose is going to be born through him and Sarah, not him and that Egyptian woman Hagar. So Abraham had two sons, Ishmael and Isaac. The Lord didn't choose the son of this heathen woman. The Lord chose Isaac. Through the covenant through Isaac is who the covenant was given. So now you have the covenant was for the land was with Abraham. You understand, was with Abraham, and then it went to Isaac. And then when you go to Genesis 25, we ain't gonna go there for time's sake. When you go to Genesis 25, you'll read how Isaac had two sons, Jacob and Esau. Those two sons now are who gets the covenant, because you got the same dilemma that we have with Abraham. You got two sons, who gets the covenant? The firstborn? Nope, it's the same deal. The firstborn didn't get the covenant. Jacob got the covenant. You understand? Esau didn't get it. Esau is the forefather of the white man. So that's why that war that's being fought in the Middle East between the Arabs and white people is so hilarious, because it's two people fighting over something that they were so close to, but it doesn't belong to them. You understand? I know white people, you like, we so close to that being us. You Arabs looking at it like that's so close to being us, but it's just not yours. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the real Jews, which are black. And here's why being a Jew matters, all you naysayers. If the real Jews were in their land, Palestinian children wouldn't die. These are the same niggas that get online and talk about free Palestine, talk about the genocide in Palestine. Well, you care so much about Palestinians. If the real Jews, the black people in America and scattered abroad, were in their land with their rightful identity, Palestinian babies wouldn't be killed. That's the truth. But because you don't give a F who the Jews are, that the real Jews are black, you have allowed for these imposters to live in that land and to act like it's theirs. And now you have two thieves fighting over stolen goods.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be more Israeli and Palestinian children that are gonna die, that are gonna lose their lives because you don't care who the Jews are. See, we're trying to end the suffering. We're trying to end world suffering. We're a love group. We're trying to end all that nonsense. That beef in the Middle East, we're gonna end it. And the way we end it is by putting the rightful people back in their position as the Jews of the Bible. All right, so now let's read the scripture, Isaiah 1:14. For the sister Lisa John, she asked about how many new moons are in Israelite culture. Go ahead, Shapat.
I guess I got a different precept if I could.
Oh, go ahead.
For
which one?
For the moons.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this one first, and then we'll get that one. It's not Israelite culture to observe the new moons.
Isaiah chapter.
Sorry, no sweat. The water, you ready? Lisa John, it's not Israelite culture to observe the new moons. The Lord said, be not dismayed by the signs in the heavens in Jeremiah 10. It's not our culture to study them, to make feast and celebrations off of the new moon. I know there's Israelite groups that celebrate the feast of they got feast and high holy days around the new moon. That's not Israelite culture. That is against Israelite culture. That's heathen culture. I'll prove it to you. Please read what you have.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 14. Your new moons.
Keep going.
Your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hateth.
Your new moons and your appointed feast, my soul hateth. Any Israelite group that's talking about a new moon and having a feast about a new moon, they operate in pagan idolatry.
Right.
You know who worships the moon? Muslims. That's what the crescent moon and star is on the Muslim symbol in the Muslim countries. That crescent moon and star is Nana and Ningal. They are two ancient Arab deities that they worship. The Arabs worship the moon, and us being in various captivities, we took on some of the customs of the heathens that we were underneath. It's not Israelite custom to worship the new moon or to observe the new moon and have feast about it. That's heathen custom. And the Lord said he hates it. He hates the new moon celebrations, the new moon feasts. He's against it. Go ahead, Shapai.
I was going to start at 13.
Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 13. Bring no more vain oblations, incense and abomination unto me. The new moons and Sabbath, the calling of assemblies, I cannot await it. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting. Right.
The new moons and the Sabbaths. Meaning, this is not talking about the Sabbath service. This is talking about people that have make the Sabbath go off of, like they have multiple Sabbaths. There's a new wave of Israelites that's coming up that say there's multiple Sabbaths, and the Sabbath is on Wednesday, and sometimes it's on Saturday. This is what this is talking about. You have created new things. You understand? You fake Israelites have celebrations for the new moon. This is the Lord says is iniquity. I know specifically, I've seen a video of you purple cats. You purple cats have a high holy day for the new moon. I've seen the video. You understand? You have no business participating in a celebration of a new moon. That's a sin to the Lord. The Lord hates it. There's two precepts right there on it. I don't see how you can even do that when it's blatantly written in the scripture. So to answer your question, Lisa John, that's not Israelite culture to count new moons or to find out how many or to have celebrations regarding it. Harry said, y'all seriously are ignorant. I was told on the street by one of your guys, I'm not one of you because I'm mixed white, mom Nigerian, dad. Hold on, I'm mixed. White mom, Nigerian dad. How dare you? Now, first of all, Harry, how do I know that was, how do you know it was us? There are many people out here trying to do what we do, and that's the problem. We're being lumped in with people that are not trained to do this. Just like we're not like Sakari. We're not like Gorilla Hebrew. Men in here don't get pegged. You understand? We like regular sex in here. You understand? Some of you sisters, you so freaked out. Like your man come to you and tell you, I want you to strap this on and I want you to make this disappear inside of me. And you do it because you tired of that regular thing. There's something beautiful about just regular sex with a man and woman. That old school sex, just regular. You understand? It's beautiful.
Yep.
It's sufficient, man. You bringing all this new nonsense into the picture. We don't do that in here. Brothers in here don't get pegged. We're not into none of that funny time that Esau into. You know what I'm saying? We don't like to watch other men have sex with our women and all that freakism and deviancy that you have taken on from our oppressor. We're not into that here. And it's unfortunate that, unfortunately, we're going to be lumped in with fake Israelite groups because people are not educated enough to know there's a difference. The I.S.U.P.K, since I've been in the school before, have always said we're not affiliated with no other Israelite group.
Yeah.
Now, on the point of the point of you not being one of us, it could have been one of us. I don't know. He said, okay, sorry, it might not be you guys. With some guys with cloth clothing on like a bed sheet. Yeah, that wasn't us. I figured it wasn't. It wasn't us. We don't wear bed. Do I have a bed sheet on right now? I think I look damn pretty fly. Studs on the shoulder. Shapat look fly. Got the shield on the chain. Young man Steve look fly in that all black. You understand? So, yeah, we don't wear bed sheets. Those, once again, fake Israelites. Now, Harry, to the point, if your mom is white, hold on, what did he say it was? He said, right, he said, I mixed my mom. I want to know which one specifically, though, so I can know who he is. It's because your mom is white, your dad is Nigerian. Harry, you're not an Israelite. You couldn't come into the I.S.U.P.K. Now, there are Israelite groups, Harry, that will welcome you in with hugs and kisses. They wear purple. They wear purple, and they love Africans. They love Nigerians. The I.S.U.P.K, under Commander General YAHANNA, you're not one of us. You're not like us. You're not welcome. You are who your father is, and because your dad is Nigerian, that makes you an African. And Africans have no place amongst the children of Israel.
Right.
Africans have no seat among God's chosen people. You understand? Africans are beneath black people. Black people are better than Africans in every way. You understand? You name it, black people are better in every way. The Lord put a difference between us and Africans. We're not the same. So, Harry, you could never come around because of who your father is. Now, once again, to not disparage you, there are groups, Israelite groups that you can join. You should call, type in, not in this chat, go on Google and type in IUIC in the city near you, and they're going to welcome you in. I'll probably see you, in one of the videos in purple, and I don't know, you made it. Well done, Harry. You found your home. It's not here in the UPK. However, you understand, you'll never come around us. You'll never attend none of our glorious cookouts. You'll never be at Passover with us. You'll never be around our wives and children. You understand? Because you're not like us. Go ahead, Shapat.
I'm trying to figure out how anybody is ignorant because they don't want somebody around.
Right. You understand? He said, okay, I will. Thanks for the advice. No sweat. I'm glad I was able to help, Harry. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. I'm here to direct you where you need to go. IUIC, you niggas need to give me a finder fee. You understand? IUIC, I know y'all watching. You understand? You niggas need to give me a finder fee because I just referred to y'all a member. You understand? So I need a finder's fee. I need my cut. I need some bread in my pocket. He sent his tithes in. You send me my 10%. IUIC. Kanya says, any honor among thieves? Both of them evil races in our land fighting each other will exterminate themselves so we can come back home. Well, I wish that were the case, but they're not going to exterminate themselves. What does the Bible say? I wish they would exterminate themselves, but that's not going to happen. What does the scripture say, Shapat?
They'll be our slaves.
That's right. They're going to continue to fight until Christ come back and put them in their place as our slaves. You understand? So they're not going to exterminate themselves. That fighting is going to continue until Christ comes back and put the rightful Jews in their land. Black Dazzle said, no Pegasus. That's damn right, sis. No Pegasus over here. You understand? But y'all tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Scripture breakdown class with Captain Mashak. Y'all make sure y'all like and share the stream. If you haven't done so, y'all hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, share the class. We're going to be going live. Push this truth. Clearly, you see, brothers and sisters, people do not want to hear this. You know what your response should be? Oh, I'm going to share this everywhere. That's the only way you can fight back against niggas like we just showed and online. You have to flood. You have to flood it now. You know what I'm saying? We can't physically do anything. You know what I'm saying? So you have to fight back the way they fighting. They fighting with putting nonsense in the airwaves. We have to push back with pushing the truth in the airwaves. That's the only way you can fight. Share the stream. Share the classes. Like the classes. You understand? They hate to hear the Jews are black. They don't care. You're going to see it every time you're on your feed. I pray you see it. See us every time you open your goddamn TikTok app. I pray you see us every time you go to scroll on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Beagle, Clubhouse. I pray your whole existence now is just seeing us on the street corner. I pray we open a camp spot in your local city, in your neighborhood. I pray your life is just having to see us and hear us. And it's going to happen. Come on, Harry. You're taking too long, man. We at the end. How come all the Hebrews have different beliefs with some with African, some not? Because, again, there are people. Okay, for time's sake, I'm gonna give you a short version, Harry, because we were short on time. The I.S.U.P.K was established in 1969. In the 90s, there were people that broke off from the UPK, and they created the House of David. From the House of David is where you get everything else that exists today. The reason why you have Israelite groups that believe different than the truth in the UPK is because there were men 30-something years ago that decided that they wanted to do something different than what the Bible says. And those men said, we're going to leave and start our own thing. You understand? And that's what they did. And they started their own thing. And from that break off is where you have all the breakoffs. I wish I could do a chart because literally you can see the candy canes, GMS. From GMS is where you get IUIC and Sakari. They don't tell you Nasty Nate was in GMS too. You understand? That's where you get all the fake groups. The fake groups come from the first break off. And now you have all these vagabonds and rogues running around the street. You understand? When the home of the truth has always been here. You understand? So that's what it is. Right? With that, we're going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shapat Dayak.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA.
Stops real quick, Shapat. Kanye, listen, brother, I appreciate that you appreciate us. And I don't know if you really appreciate us if you come in here amongst your brothers. You understand? Now, once again, if you don't come in here, that's fine. That's completely fine. I'm not telling you to come in here. I'm just saying if you truly are appreciative of the work we do and you believe that the Jews are black and the white man is the devil and we're God's chosen people, then you would bring yourself around the home of the truth. Now, I'm not telling you to come in because, once again, it's a rough deal to be in here. It's a hard lifestyle. You understand? You have to forego so many things. Being in here, brother, is mainly telling yourself no more than yes. That's this life. You understand? Where I'm just even driving down here, Shapat, I have to remind myself, chill. You understand? I want to drive on the median. You understand? I want to get up on the damn median and go. I had to tell myself no. You understand? No, don't do that. Living this lifestyle is telling yourself more. It's telling yourself no more than anything else. And most people can't cut it. You understand? Most people can't cut it. So just know, coming in here, you're coming in here to serve the Lord sincerely. And there are brothers in here to make sure that you coming in here and getting rid of any nonsense that's with you. You understand? Go ahead, Shapat Salaki.
Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister come into the school, they're off in for 6 months. They're here to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find us in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in Hebrew, and it's pronounced Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, Purim, 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, Thursday the 13th of March, and Friday the 14th of March, 2025. You can find us in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 to 31. Also, we got the Lord's 56th annual Passover in Atlanta, Georgia, on April the 12th, Saturday, April the 12th. It's a week long of events. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you come on down. We'll have a great time. Plenty of things planned for the whole week. You see what I'm saying? So also it's $200. It's $200 for the Passover fee. For anybody that's 17 and older, all adults 17 and older, it's $200 Passover fee. Make sure you get all your travel arrangements together. Book your hotels immediately. We're coming up on that time. It's right down the street from us.
That's right.
Anything you want to add, sir?
You too are, priest.
Come. Remind Occupant Rocking to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a troop in the school, you should start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirt, black pants, black headband, and scarf. And with that, I say I might you, which means to stand.
Hold on. Harry said, if I pay, can I come to that Passover, whatever it is? See, this is how they get you. The Bible says a gift destroyeth the heart. No. It's no amount you can pay, Harry, that you can come around us. This is deeper than money. You're not of our bloodline. You're not of our family. How much money can I pay to be a part of your family? How much money will it take me to be a part of your family? It's no amount. You understand? Once again, you got the wrong Israelite group. We can't be bought. If you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel, you can't come around us. There's no money that can buy that. This is a family. Even if I wanted to take the money, you understand? Because I'll tell you to show up and I'll meet you at the door and take the money. You wouldn't get in. Right. That's what I would do. That's what I would do in the old me. I wouldn't do it now, of course. You know, but the old me would have just had you show up and take your bread and you'd be outside. But even if we did, I couldn't. If somebody wanted to, we can't bring you into our family. You have to be born within our family, and that's the point of the whole class. This is not a religion where you can pay in and convert in. This is a family. It's a bloodline. If you're not born of this family, it has nothing to do with you. You understand? We don't want your money for Passover. Now, what you can do, Harry, is that $200, go to ISUPK.com and just send the bread for one of these Israelites to come to the Passover. That's what you can do as an African. Send the money in and say put in the notes for a brother or sister to get admitted into the Passover. That's what a righteous African would do. You know that you can't come and be a part of it. A righteous African will put that money in so one of these Israelites can come through. But you won't do that because you're not a righteous African. You just want to take over what we're doing and be a part of it. You understand? He said, what do I get out of it? See, exactly. Yeah, right. Yeah, you get nothing. You deserve nothing. Go ahead, Shabbat. Select.
I said, Amayim Shabbat. Mike. Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shabbat.
Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shabbat.
Yahweh Matah. Class dismissed.
All right. Get the hell out of here, Harry. We want nothing to do with you. All right. You understand? Purple and gold, IUIC, look them up. They get you where you need to be, not us.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ, this Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April 11th, we got the Black Party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior YAHANNA.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahawashi, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Shalom.